Good morning. Okay, some of you attended these sessions before, not everybody. So once more, good morning. We have to know that we are up and here. And thank you whoever is there at that console, because they made us uh, do our national anthem in the start, and they nicely merged it with what was available on screen at the end. So whatever it is, the offline and online experience we've already found here during the during the start of a session, right? I think sometimes these are the kind of issues that happens to most of us in retail, and we should know how to get things working for all of us. And every time things are changing. So firstly, my thank you to everybody at the Retailers Association of India, our members, and my special thanks to the Retailer Association of India's Technology Committee, without whom this kind of a session can never happen. The key CIOs of retail companies come together to try and make sure that this kind of an event can happen for the benefit of the entire industry. And when they come in to help us, they don't just wear the hat of the company that they represent, but they also wear the hat of an industry person. That's what makes this happen. The second big thanks is for people who really supported this, who believed in this, and the various sponsors who have been shown here, as well as people who are outside, who made this happen. So thank you to all of them. I think that's well deserved, and you can clap, So the retail industry, and most importantly, my big thanks to Bijou, because Bijou has opened this up. Bijou has been a big support to Retailers Association of India to try and steer it to the way it's supposed to go. And he's also ensured that all of us can sit there and think. So some of you are very quiet because Bijou has already sown that seed in your mind, thinking. So these 2 days are for thinking, learning, and seeping in whatever that happens inside this room as well as outside when you do your shake hands with various people. Because after all, Retailers Association is about connect, converse, collaborate, sometimes catalyze. So that's the third thing. The fourth was an angle that I always come up with whenever I'm in an association event or whenever we all in the industry come together, is to try and share what's happening to consumers and customers, right? All of us will not be where we are unless we really are on top of the situation vis-a-vis our understanding of consumers. So what are consumers telling us? Consumers actually want the world. They want everything to be perfect, they're absolutely accurate. They definitely want their data not to be leaked to anybody else. So they want, on the one hand, personalization, on the other hand, security of their data. They also want speed, because after all, we are living in a 2020 ka zamana. So that speed is very, very important. If somebody can deliver to them in 10 minutes, then they are saying, okay, I'll buy it from the guy who can deliver in 10 minutes. The person whom otherwise would be willing to give me in 20 minutes is not relevant anymore. The difference is coming to that many number of minutes when we want sometimes items, that kind of speed. They are browsing online before they make any purchases. More than 85% of our consumers are doing their the initial scoping part of their shopping, the discovery phase online. So that is the other thing that customers are definitely doing. And more importantly now, there is this thought around trust. And that's very beautiful for retailers who are online as well as offline. Because if you are just an online player and you are not able to build trust, you are not relevant to the consumers. If you are an offline player, people normally trust you because they know if you've not done a good job, they can come back, bang their products at you and then take you to task. But if they don't see you at all, then trust is always a question mark. So many of the online players are trying to build trust with their customers. The offline players are trying to build trust because they are available online as well as offline, and they are available everywhere. So these are things that people are working towards. Plus, we are also listening to various technologies that's going to change the entire retail ecosystem. Like what Bijou was telling, if AI is going to change each one of us behave as consumers, then obviously the retailers will also have to think differently. In fact, today there was an article which said that the ChatGPT is now capable of seeing, hearing, and talking. So it's not just text. It's also able to see, it's also able to hear, it's also able to talk. Imagine what's going to happen all around us. So I think for consumers, things are changing. For retailers, things are changing. For service providers and technology providers, who hitherto were the bosses, for them also things are changing far too fast. Because even the technology providers are thinking what was relevant yesterday, and I built so much of time and effort and money to build may not be as relevant today because there's somebody else who's come and moved the goal completely. So this is what is keeping us on our toes. I hope these 2 days will solve some of the issues that's there in our minds, would also let us think about new things that can create new business ideas for us. And at the end, if we are able to take back at least 3 or 4 good ideas from here, I think we'd have really spent time well in this place. Would you agree? So with that, wishing you all the best, and I also think RAI team needs to be wished the best of luck. I hope that all of you can have the best of experience. Thank you so much.